We're hanging out with Roland Sands today. Welcome to RideApart. Everything that we do, it's like we're just real riders, you know, like to the core. So that tends to give you credibility in a lot of different spaces where you can walk into a road race place and, you know, it's like I've been there, I've done that. Go to a motocross race, we've been there, we've done that. Flat track, we've been there, we've done that, you know. Even from the design, not just the riding perspective, because we've raced so many different ways as well, but the product design perspective, because I've designed and built, you know, drag race wheels for Top Fuel drag bikes. And road race wheels. I designed a whole magnesium road race wheel program back in like the late 90s. Flat track wheels, designed and built all the flat track wheels that guys run currently. Like the top wheels I designed like 10 years ago. So it's like I've just been there and done that in so many different places for like 20 years, you know? And you look at me and you probably think I'm like a kid.
Lately though, you've been branching out into a completely new direction, working with gear. How's that going for you?
It's cool. Yeah, it's something I really enjoy because I've always had my own ideas about what I thought really nice gear would be. Mm-hmm. And most of the time it didn't involve like plastic or branding or race logos or patches or anything like that. I've always just wanted stuff that was really subtle and more fashionable, but still had the protective capabilities and still had like, you know, something you could really genuinely ride in that was built to ride in, but didn't exactly look like it was built to ride in, you know? Mm-hmm. This is the Ronin. And the Ronin is a pretty nicely designed piece. Feel the leather. I mean, to me, like when you grab the thing and you touch it,
it's really soft.
Right off the bat, you're like, wow, this thing's comfortable. Our armor situation is continuously evolving.
What's it like going into this, like actually being a safety provider?
Yeah. To be a safety provider? Yeah. You got to take it seriously. You know, you got to take protecting people seriously, and you got to develop product that matters and product that's going to protect people. I got to feel comfortable falling down in it. You know, I've hit the ground so many times that I know what it's like to have good armor. I know what it's like to get hurt. Yeah. You know, at the same time, these aren't road race jackets. You know, we're trying to produce something that's going to be comfortable and wearable. Anybody who grows up with surrounded by like mechanical aspects and design, and like, you know, my dad was an artist in his own right. I mean, he wouldn't consider himself an artist, but he had an aesthetic that really meant something to the design of his product line. You know, the way he cut his parts and the way he made his parts had everything to do with the way that I design today, because I just grew up around good design. You know, I saw it happen in front of me and I just absorbed it. So for me to ever say, you know, like write off the influence that my upbringing has had would be ridiculous. The first thing I ever did at my dad's shop, I put these together.
What is that?
So this is I believe it's a release valve for an ejection seat on an F-16 fighter.
Whoa.
So I was responsible for going like this. I would take the washer and I put the rubber washer on, and then I would put this on. You had to go the right way up. I think that was the right way up. And take this and go like this. That was my job.
How old were you when that was your job?
Done. 5. Child labor.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. My dad paid me with ice cream and lollipops. This is where it all begins right here. So the way that PM's got this set up is that they just have kind of a throughput system that everything comes in here and circulates and goes through the shop. So all the raw materials are on this side, and the back is the shipping door. Levers. So it's just a fully adjustable lever. So you're able to adjust the reach and the grab. So stylistically they're a little bit different, as well as also being able to adjust the reach. So for a female with smaller hands or a guy with bigger hands, you use the same lever and just get a lot of adjustment. Yeah. Or if you're road racing and your brake pads wear down, you can adjust it out so you get more reach, right?
Wow. How many people do you have are working in here to do all of the cutting and the cleaning?
I don't know the answer to that, but it's somewhere around 180 people at Performance Machine, yeah.
Pretty good scale.
Yeah, it's a huge crew here, man, and they build a lot of different components. Our line of products is one of their biggest lines here at PM. So cool thing is you know, the majority of our stuff is made in America, built by American hands, machined here in America, quality, everything. So it's something to be proud of for sure. Yeah, something to be proud of. Yeah, like components, I learned how to build them all. So kind of through that, you get a good base of how to design things as well. You're seeing how everything is coming together from the table to the customer. You know.
A lot of it, you're seeing it coming raw.
Yeah, we've seen it coming from raw, yeah, the entire process, but getting to do each of those processes too. So this is where the real work gets done in here. These are the true artists of the shop. So each of these guys is taking a part, like a raw aluminum part, and just putting so much handwork into it. The rocker box cover. This is torsional load. So it's applying an acceleration load to the center of the wheel.
You can see it.
Oh yeah, it flexes.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
You can see it moving.
Yeah. Put your hand there. Isn't that gnarly? It just is like, oh my god, it's gonna snap.
Yeah, I know.
Well, it's replicating what does actually happen on a motorcycle. You know, your motorcycle does things like this. I mean, the tensile strength of the material that's on your bike allows it to flex. When you go into a corner and you feel the bike shuddering and moving and doing things it shouldn't be doing, that's because parts are doing things like this on the bike. They're actually, aluminum is moving. You have to real world test it, so that's what this is simulating. Crazy, right? Yeah, spooky. So this manufacturing facility is 43 years old. It's been doing it a long time. So the processes have been streamlined, refined, and this place is running better than it's ever ran, you know? And they've really done a tip-top job of making everything just flow through here as quickly as possible. Which you have to do, because being a machine shop in California is probably one of the most difficult things you can do. And this is where all the products come through, and they'll come off the machine. And they come here and they get, basically you'll get a first op part, and they'll go ahead and measure all the critical dimensions in the part to make sure everything is fine before, a lot of times they buzz through 200 of them or 500 of them. A lot of what we make, a lot of what PM makes is like, you know, it's critical to 5 thou or less. So everything has to be really finely measured and make sure it all works right. When you're dealing with hydraulic components, everything has to be correct. Because if a little hole's off 8 thou, you know, your master cylinder's not gonna work. We had that stuff happen constantly.
I've never seen it before either, but the pile of bends.
Nice group of bends right here, man. What was the question again?
I forgot. Let's go to our